Right, just bear with me a few minutes, guys. If anyone's watching these. I'm just going to share the link out. Oh, keep hitting the wrong button. Right, so I've been doing a little bit of research. Hi, Ian. I've been doing a little bit of research today, yeah, regarding getting permission to do metal detecting on certain land. Now, many of the councils in my area state that they do not like people metal detecting. So, you know, I've rang up a couple, right? I rang up Merton Council and they point blankly said no, and that was on the telephone. The guy's like, you know, quite. He stated that, you know, his brother actually does metal detecting, and that, you know, he had to even refuse his brother to do any metal detecting on Merton Council land, whether it been a common, a park, wasteland, or anything like that. So, as you know, or you may not know, when I spoke to the council last week, I asked about Woodland Common, and they said, well, they don't look after that. So, you know, if you want to go, you know, go, you know. I don't think you need permission. It's public land. So I did go there today, or yesterday, Wednesday, and I actually got, someone actually reported me, and the actual, what are they called? Rangers came in and said, hey, like, you know, so you can't be doing this, you know, got a report, and, you know, you can't be metal detecting on here. It's conservative land, and I don't want you detecting. So I had to give up, you know, I had to stop and pack up. I've got a video on a little bit earlier today, which I explain what happened. So, you know, I've come home and I've been researching certain councils, yeah. Now, Croydon and Lambeth is a kind of a hit and miss, because I spoke to someone in, I think it was Wandsworth Council, and I actually emailed them and they said no, right? But different councils have different policies. I actually done some research regarding the bylaws of, you know, such as like different councils. I did Lambeth, I did Croydon, and a couple of other ones which I bookmarked. And Lambeth and Croydon actually states in their bylaws, right? I'm going to quickly grab it actually. Croydon bylaws. I can't remember. I think it's 43, number 43. So let me just go to 43. No, like this, they've got 46 pages here, man. So I think it's in the 40s. hell, man, you know, they've got some really weird fucking like bylaws. There's one which is like number 44. No person shall, after being requested to desist by another person in the ground, make or permit to be made any noise which is loud or so continuous or repeated as to give reasonable cause for anyone to other persons in the ground by. And like you're not allowed to shout or sing. You're not allowed to play a musical instrument, and by operating or permitting to be operate any radio, amplifier, tape recorder, or similar device. Bylaw 44.1 does not apply to any person holding or taking part in any entertainment held within the constants of the council. So if the council's actually doing like an event or something, then yeah, you know, you're going to have loud music, you're going to have people shouting and singing and, you know, dancing. But if they're an event, you're not allowed to sing. You're not allowed to have a radio playing, you know, because like it's supposed to, I suppose like they're saying it's supposed to be a peaceful place to go in and look at the wildlife. Some of these, fucking hell, man, I tell you, it's ridiculous, man. Oh, yeah, metal detectors. This is Croydon Council, and I'm going to ring them up today, being Thursday. It says, no person shall, without the consent of the council, use any device designed or adapted for detecting or locating any metal or minerals in the ground, right? So it doesn't say, no, you're not banned. You know, you can't do it. What that's saying is that you need consent, permission, okay? So if, like, well, put it this way, London Borough of Croydon has about 40 plus parks, commons, woodland, you know, all different places, yeah. And I was going to go to Old Colston today. And I thought, well, look, no, let's have a look and see what the bylaws say. Now, it doesn't say you can't do it. So if I went down there, then, and I just like metal detect, and someone like came up to me and said you can't do that, then fair enough. But if a bypasser turns around and say, hey, you can't do that, they got no right in saying that I can't do it because they don't work for the council. So I could carry on doing it. Now, if they ran the council up and the council sent someone around and said, hey, you know, you can't do that, then fair enough. But I think it is a good idea to like look at the bylaw rules and regulations. And, you know, as I say, it does state on there, no person shall, where is it? No person shall, without the consent of the council, use any device designed for, adapted for detecting or locating any metal or minerals in the ground. So it doesn't mean you can't. It means, to me, in my way of thinking, well, if they say, yeah, you can. If they say no, then you can't. And if they say, well, you know, we need to think about it, then while they're thinking about it, can you still go and like metal detect? Because they haven't said yes or no, then have they? So if they say yeah, then how do they actually go around and giving you the permission? Is it like, yeah, okay, you go and do like something common, like whatever. I'm just making this one up. I know they have comments in something, but I don't know the names of them. Let's say like I'm going to make up a name, right? Because I can't think of all the parks and everything in the London Borough of Croydon. Let's say they had a park or common called Dixon Common, right? And I asked if I could have permission, and I said, yeah, sure. Now, how would I go about getting that permission? Would they actually send me an email, and I have to print the email out and take it with me every time I go to one of their parks? Or two, would they just give it to me verbally over the phone and say, well, like, you know, take my name and number so everyone can, you know, does complain, tell them to ring us and we'll deal with it? Or three, will they actually send me a letter? So would it be a letter, verbal, or an email? Now, I really want to get out and do some more metal detecting, and I'm getting a bit kind of like low on permissions at the moment. You know, I've got a couple I can still do, but there's a lot more I want to do because like a couple of places I've been to have been so shit. You know, I haven't been able to find anything there actually. Now where the River Wandle is, I went down there and I went to this big field here, and yeah, just one field. You got one big field. You got this great big massive, like it looked like Victorian kind of house, but it's not. It's like the way they built it. It's all flats, you know, private property, and then you got a big field in front. Then you got a park and like the sports fields, you know, the football fields, the rugby fields, and all that kind of stuff further down. But I didn't want to do those. So what I did do is that before I started detecting, I went around to the front of the building to see if anyone's there. And there was a guy actually working on the grounds inside, you know, because it's like surrounded with big fucking iron fencing and a great big gate, and you can't get in there because it's all like private property in there. And there's probably about, you know, 20 flats or something here. So I called the guy over. I said, listen, like, you know, do you know what the rules and regulations is about someone detecting on this ground? Does this belong to the council, or does it belong to like a private landlord, or what? And he said to me, well, I believe that these flats are actually privately owned. So I said, well, what's the situation about me getting permission? He goes, well, I don't think you get permission inside the complex, but I can't see why you can't do metal detecting outside, because, you know, if you look, which I was looking at, the way you was pointing, he said, if that was the council's land, they would have had that mowed. That grass would have been short, but it isn't. Like, you know, the grass was about 2 foot high. So he goes, I can't see why you can't go over there. I said, what about behind the building? Is that council? And he goes, well, I think it's still like classed as private property for these houses, but I don't think they would really kind of worry about it. So I said, right, okay. You know, so I thought, well, I won't really do behind. I might do the trees behind them, which I did do later during the daytime, but I tried doing some of the high grass and I won't get nothing there because it's just too hard for me to put the metal detector down. So then I kind of like moved off and went down behind the complex, further down the field, and went into the woods. And I didn't get nothing in the woods actually, which was kind of strange. Apart from, you know, like little bits of scrap iron, metal bars and rods and whatnot. So the thing being is that, like, even with private land, right, you've got to try to find out who owns the land. And sometimes no one even knows who owns the land, even though they live there, which is kind of bloody stupid, really. Hello, Yopper Digger. Hello, Paranormal Fan. So the thing is, right, you know, how do you know who to talk to get permission, especially with the council? Now, I know that you have to go through Parks and Entertainment, right? Now, last year, I wanted to do magnet fishing over at South Norwood Park. And I went down, you know, there's a little office there, and I was speaking to the lady inside. And she goes, look, if I could say yeah, I'll let you do it now. But I can't say yeah, because, like, you know, if I did, I'd probably get into trouble. Best thing for you to do is contact the council and speak to this particular person. So she gave me the phone number and the name of this person, yeah. And I tried ringing, but my phone was like playing up, you know, reception. So I came home and I contacted the guy. I managed to get his email and I emailed him. I said, look, you know, what's the possibility of me doing magnet fishing in the lake? Now, this lake, right, although it's a fishing lake, it also has boating on there. It does boating. You know, it is a boating lake for certain parts of the year, yeah. Now, what I don't understand is that he kind of like refused me to do magnet fishing because of the ordnance in the lake. Yeah, they dumped a load of ordnance in the lake during World War II. Now, isn't that dangerous to the boaters? You know, I can understand like he might be a bit concerned that, you know, I throw a magnet and might pull a fucking bomb out and blow myself to shit, and that's my own fucking fault, right? But he's more considerate about insurance and things like that, you know. So I kind of took it, you know, with a pinch of salt. Okay, I can't do it. Fair enough. But I was going to ring him back and say, look, you know, if you're saying that I can't do magnet fishing now, then why are you letting people row around in boats certain times of the year when there's ordnance that could explode at any time, even though it's 50, 60 years old? And I was going to actually email him that, but I thought, nah, fuck it, can't be arsed. It probably like won't answer anyway. And it's only until just recently I started doing metal detecting. So I think I've still got the guy's email address. So what I'm going to do is ring up the council tomorrow, Croydon, and ask them what the terms and conditions are, because it doesn't say you can't do it. It says if they consent you to doing it, saying yes or no. If the consent is yes, then I could probably do all the parks or certain parks. You know, even if I get like 2 permissions or 3 permissions at the 40, that'd be great, because like some of them parks are bloody big, and I mean bloody big. I want to go down to Old Colston today. Farthing Downs, and if I weren't getting anything down there, then I'd leave it for a week or 2 and then go further down to Happy Valley. If I wasn't getting nothing there, then I'd actually go to Colston Common. Now it's more like an L shape, so you've got like Farthing Downs, then further down you've got Happy Valley, then as you turn, looking on a map, right, you've got Colston Common, and a little bit further up you've got Kenley Common. And then if you go up the map a little bit, you've got Kenley Aerodrome, and beside that you've got Brentsmead Recreation Ground. And then further over you've got Manor Park. You've got, well, in Colston, within probably about 4 miles, well, I say like 2-3 mile radius, you've got a shitload of like parks and commons. You've got Mercer's Country Park, which has got a big lake there. Reigate Golf Course. I don't think that is all one big golf course, because like it is massive. You got False Green, Scurious Park, Horsley Hill. You've got so much greenland just past like Old Colston. It's like crazy, you know. Let me just like, see, this is like Colston here. Let me just see if you can see that okay. Right, so this is Colston right here, yeah. Oh, sorry, here. You see all this grassland, you know, like Surrey Hills. You know, you've got all this, which I could probably like try to get to. Biggin Hill's a pretty good place because you have the aerodrome and air shows up there. But Colston, being this one, that's Farthing Downs. Got Happy Valley. You've got the Kennedy Aerodrome, Colston Man, the golf club. I wouldn't actually go to the golf club or anything like that. You've got Kenley, Court Farm Park, Hamsley Green. Oh, you've got a shitload of like places I could go to. Got the Oaks just over that way. Chipstead. So you've got all these like parks and everything here, which actually come under, I believe, Croydon Council. Now, I did read an article earlier on a forum where people say, well, look, you know, if you had 100,000 people, hey, Scotsman, if you had 100,000 people here, yeah, you know, you ain't going to have 100,000 people fucking milk detecting the same place, are you? No, you might get an average, probably about 10 people, maybe 15 people in a year, you know, metal detecting one particular place. Unless, like, you know, let's say Old Colston had like 50 people who metal detect and had permission, and they all went to the same field metal detecting, which I can't say they would do. You know, you might get possibly 2, 3 or 4 people metal detecting that in one day. And I can understand, like, you know, sometimes the council might say, well, look, you know, we don't really want you metal detecting because, like, we've had metal detectors here before. They never covered up their holes, and people have been walking along and tripped over the holes, and, you know, they sued the council. In one way, because it has probably happened. But, you know, if they were to issue permits, because I know some of the councils do permits. There's one over at Epsom. They do permits. I think it's probably about £50 for the year. Not sure. I'll have to recheck on that one. But if I was going to pay £50 for the year, I'll be going over there as many times as I fucking want. You know, they ain't going to tell me I can only go over there once, twice, 3 times in a year, because it ain't going to happen. I ain't going to pay £50 to go over there 3 times in 1 year. But I'm going to research that one because Epsom isn't that far. It's probably about an hour and a half from here. So, and you've got Epsom Downs there as well, I think. So I'm going to check on that one. Some councils do permits, while some don't. And I can't understand why all councils don't do permits. Because, like, I know it ain't going to build up to a lot of money, but let's say they done a permit, £25 per year per, you know, one person milk detecting, yeah. So like 10 people went there. That's 250 quid. They could put that 250 quid back into the common, like planting trees, flowers, you know, making wetlands for, like, you know, frogs, ducks, geese, and all that kind of stuff. And I know that particular place, what's it called, Farthing Downs, because I did go on their website today. They have got a lot of stuff which they're going to be doing. Now, who's paying for that? Is it people who donate, or is it coming out of the taxpayers' money, or do they get it given to them by the government? I don't know. But what they do still cost money. Now, I found out that with the one over at Clapham Common, Wimbledon Common, well, got kicked off today because someone fucking decided want to be a son of a bitch and glass me up. That is not run by the council. That's run by a particular group of people. What's it called? Consignors or something. And, you know, they must be rich people, because I don't know how many people's in the group, but they apparently put in up to £1 million a year to keep the common, you know, nice and tidy. But it ain't nice and tidy, because I've been past the common a few times and there's shit that hasn't even been picked up. You know, some of the bins haven't even been emptied, you know, kind of thing. So where's his money going through? You know, if it's supposed to be going towards the common to be, you know, kept nice and tidy and clean, it's not happening. And like, they need to get these consignors to go around checking themselves, because like, they're going to be a bit surprised to find that, yeah, there is like trash around the common in certain places. But, you know, the guy who kicked me off today, not him, but the other guy who drove up in the Jeep, I didn't get their names, but he said, look, you know, why don't you try the River Thames? I said, mate, you know how much it is to you know, to go down in the River Thames? I said, you need a mudlarking permit, yeah? That's £75. But £75 ain't bad, because it's for 3 years, because it's the cost of getting down and back. Probably going to cost me about £4 there and back. So, like, you know, and I ain't going to do that every day. No way. So there's that. There are other commons around me, which I could probably do. But again, some of them are actually run by the council. And I tried contacting certain councils and they've not replied to me email or my phone. There's some golf courses around here, which I'm thinking about asking if I can do the outskirts of the golf course, you know, not actually go on, you know, the areas where they're playing, just, you know, in the wooded area, and see what they say. I did ring up the local one over at Mitcham Golf Course, and I left a message on the phone and I never got a reply. So I'm going to ring them up again today, maybe, if not tomorrow, and see what they say. If I don't get a reply that way, I'll go up there, because I ain't that far. I'll take my detector up there and I'll walk up there and say, like, you know, can I get permission to go around the golf course? You know, I'm not going to go on the field where people like playing the golf. And if I find the golf balls, I'm not going to take them. I'll bring them over to you so you can do whatever you want with them. So I ain't going to want golf balls. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a shitload of golf balls everywhere. And I'm pretty sure if they're in good condition, they could probably send them to the golfers, so I can make money out of it, you know, kind of thing. I'm still waiting on to find out if I can get permission on this other common, where I have got permission to do magnet fishing. And if you've been watching my magnet fishing, if you watch the one where I pulled out 3 bags of costume jewellery, that's the one I'm talking about. I'm not going to be mentioning the names, because I don't want people going there and doing magnet fishing, because I'm the only one who's allowed to do it. He won't allow anyone else to do it. He's only allowed me to do it because I'm actually a member of the fishing group up there. You know, I've got a permit to fish up there. I've got other stuff up there like I've been able to do. I've helped him to do some plant seeding, plant growing in the actual lake itself. So I have actually helped out a little bit up there. And let's see what's going on. Hey Steve, found some handmade nails today and some coins. One was, whoa, 1785. I did the safe way. I asked my local estate to do it. They don't really let anyone metal detect, but I know the Lord. So I have 100,000. Fucking hell, man. 100,000 acres. You lucky son of a bitch. I wish I lived where you were. Fucking hell, we both be doing it. In Scotland, you need a license and you can't look at any battle sites or other places which have significant importance unless you have permission from the landowner. Oh, you jammy sod. You jammy. Oh, you made me. I'm going to ban you from my channels. Well, I'll tell you one thing, right? Yeah, I did find some George coins today. And guess what? Know the King George half threepences. Well, the actual, hang on. Where's my book? These ain't the coins I found. I actually bought some of these off eBay so I can actually like check up on them. Right, I've got like right, this is where's my magnifying glass? I can't even read dates on this. Right, this is a halfpenny, right, with the ship. Yeah, ship halfpenny. I found one today. Now, see the size of that? I'll tell you, the earth on the common is really decaying the coins away, because this is the size, and this is one I found today. And look, see the difference? That is decaying. That is the same coin as these, but it's black, or it's green and brown. The date on this one is 1940 something, 1940. So I can just about see the date, but look. Now you think that's bad? You want to see this one? Right. So the 1 pennies, King George, yeah, are that size. Can't see the date on that one because it's like shot. Now this is one that I actually did find today. It's still a bit crappified, but I can just about see it. The date on this one is I can't tell because half the date's missing. No, I can't tell the date. Something ain't on it, probably like 1918 or something, yeah. But you think that one's bad? I found 3 other ones which are like that. You can, well, actually, hang on. They decayed so badly. No, is that the one? No, I think that might be the same, like halfpenny, that one I just showed you. So that's the same size as that halfpenny. So like, if that's the halfpenny which I showed you, and that's decayed, look, that one's even more decayed, man. I'll tell you, it's fucking ridiculous up there. And I found 3 like that. 3. I found like a load of old. Well, I found 4 £1 coins, the old ones. 1 old 50p, 1 new 50p. I found, I think it was 6 half-p's, like the small half-p's. I put them in the box in the kitchen right now, actually, so I ain't going to go and get them. But no little half-p's, which were about that size. I found 6 of them in one hole. I found 35p in another hole, which was a coin spill. 6 half-p coin spill. And then I found 2 other coin spills. One had 3 in it, which was 3 10p's, and the other one had like about another 4 coins in it. And they was all in this one little area, probably double the size, triple the size of my bedroom. You know, all near trees. And you know, when the actual ranger came round, especially the second one, you know, who drove up, he said, like, you know, right, I'm sorry, you've got to go, you know, kind of thing. I said, do you want to see what I found? He goes, yeah, all right then. And I showed him. I said, oh, I found a lot of coins. I said, yeah, I reckon I could have found more if I hadn't got kicked off, but, you know, got to do what I've got to do, I suppose. So, anyway, bloody hell, I didn't know that. I wonder that's for woodlands as well, because like some of the woodlands, right, like the commons, I suppose they were actually like parks or just like open common fields, and if they were planting them in the 1700s, there might be some stuff in there. So, I'll have to look for some dead trees, you know, tree trunks which have fallen over or been sawn down. You know, might find something like that. I really want to go to Old Colston today, but I don't know if I'm going to get down there, to be honest with you. I will ring up the council and ask, you know, get permission. If they say yeah, then I'll probably go tomorrow, Friday, or if not, Tuesday. Because I think, you know, the weekends going to have too many people walking around, and I ain't going to like you, like metal detecting. So, you know, it's a shame, really. Weekends, you know, you've got too many people in parks, commons, you know. Sometimes you might have a few people walking around in the wooded areas, forests. But where I can go, there ain't going to be too many people. And I'll probably go to one of the commons, which ain't too far away. You know, it's one bus ride. It's probably about 15 minutes on a bus, 20 minutes. And where I've been, I've actually found like about 4 marbles, all the same type. I found about 5, I think, King George coins. Found an old 3pence. And like, if you looked at my video, the one which has got the gun sight on it, yeah, which they actually did have a gun sight on the common during the World War II. And like, you know, they had the big bunkers, trenches and stuff like that. And in the 1960s, they demolished it because people was using it to dump a load of like trash, garbage, rubbish. So what they done is that they decided, right, one of the other fields, they would get the rubbish and dump it as like a proper, like, what are they called? Trash sites, you know, for the old dustmen. And then they knocked down completely the actual gunnery site. But they also, there were houses around that way as well at one time, and they all got knocked down before they actually built the gunnery site. So they made a lot of people move out. I have actually found cutlery, you know, like little bits of pottery over there as well. So I know that there has been like houses in that area before they actually put a gunnery site up. But the thing is, when you're walking around with a detector, you're getting a very high, strong hit. You're thinking it might be something like, you know, above, you know, like a couple of inches, but you're fucking digging down 8-10 inches, and you end up hitting this fucking piece of like iron, which could be either like hand size or like fucking great big rod size, you know, kind of thing. Because I don't think they actually like took all the iron out. They just like got the rubble and then like threw it elsewhere. But I know there's a shitload of iron, and also there's a crap load of like slate. Because when I was actually detecting on there, yeah, I had a hit, and I started digging down, and I hit something hard, and I thought that's probably a stone. I'll just go around the stone, and I was like just cutting away, and I had to like kept enlarging it, and there's like quite big chunks of like slate that thick, about that big, which I had to pull out. And then still, after I pulled the slate out, I still couldn't find the damn thing, you know, because every time I kept digging down, there's more slate, more slate, more slate. So I didn't bother. No, I probably, and if I got all the slate out, it'd probably been a fucking quite big piece of iron or something. No, my luck. But I will go over there because I think there's still stuff over there. And not only that, it's not far from the golf course, and I could probably nip over the golf course and just say, look, you know, hey, can I get permission to do around the wooded area at some time? If he says yeah, then that'd be great. Because every time I take my bottles of drink, you know, sometimes I take 3 bottles, sometimes I take 4 bottles, depending on what to the office, and fill my bottles up without having to keep asking. Because I've been there about 3 times, and 3 times I filled up my bottles. I did that like the first time I went there to fill my bottles up. I walked around and inside the wood area, and I did a little bit of metal detecting there without actually asking. I found a couple of coins, but you know, modern coins like 1p's, 2p's, 10p's, and stuff like that. No like George coins or nothing like that. But my videos go so bloody long. I don't know why. But yeah, so what else are you saying? It's good for luck, yeah, right. Is there any farmland? No, there ain't no farmland. The only farmland near me is down near Old Colston. That's why I want to get down there, because if the council says, well, no, you can't do, you know, like Farthing Hill or what it's called. What's it called? Farthing something. Farthing Downs. If I can't do Farthing Downs or Colston Common or Happy Valley, then there are farms that actually kind of like back onto the common and like the other parts of the land. So I could always like just walk down, it would take me 10, 20, 30 minutes, try to get down to one of the farms and ask them if I can get permission on their farms. Then at least I've got permission then. And it's only going to take about an hour and 10 minutes to get down to Old Colston from here. Then probably about another 20 minutes walk, because I don't know if any buses go near the farms. So you're talking about at least an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes maximum. But, you know, I have to get up early to go down there and start early. So, like today, when I went to Wimbledon, I got up at 8 o'clock and I left at about 9:20, 9:30. I got the Wimbledon Common about 10:15. I did a little bit of magnet fishing, didn't get nothing there. And then, you know, for the rest of the time, I was just like looking through the common, doing a little bit of protecting. I did find a little corgi car today there as well. 2 of the wheels are missing. Well, one of them, because I did have 3 wheels, but one of the wheels broke off in the bag. You'll see that on the video if you watch the video, but the video's like 2 hours long. There was a little corgi car. As I was, you know, as I said in my other video, when you got to go, you need to go. So when I need, you know, I always take toilet tissue with me just in case I do want to go. And I was busting to go. So I walked into like this kind of enclosure. And so like, you know, the trees and the bushes, you know, was all more enclosed and no one could see me. And after I'd done what I needed to do, I got my gear and I started walking. And as I started walking, probably about 15 steps, I saw like this plastic clog shoe. Just one. I thought, that's a bit weird. So that means people must have been through here. So I fucking turned the metal detector on, and right next to the shoe, I found an old 50-pence piece, probably about 2 inches deep. So I knew, like, you know, if you see that, you know, people have been there, then you are going to probably get something. You know, apart from coins, you might get shitty beer cans, pool rings, bottle tops, which I did find in there. But I did find 1 coin, and I'm thinking, well, You know, if they come through here, it probably might be worth like checking some of the trashy areas as well, because like you probably will pick up more trash than actually coins or anything else. Like, you know, someone might have got pissed out their fucking brains and like accidentally like been playing with their ring and the ring dropped off and they didn't realise it. And you might find a ring, you might find cash, you might find other jewelry, you know, you might not find nothing, just trash, trash, trash. So it's more of a, you know, luck really if you do find anything. Well, there is a thing which might interest you actually. Metal detecting. I've got Lambeth bylaws. Oh, here. Oh crap! Hang on, no, cancel that. Metal detecting. Agreement to landowner. Right. And this is from the MCMD National Council for Metal Detecting. And they want £9 to become a subscriber, which I might do next week or the week after. And this is a form that you fill out with the actual landowner. So what you do is you put I, being the owner, occupier of the land permissions known as blah blah situated at. So he fills that out. Agree that in consideration of payment to the landowner, occupier, percentage of the value reward arising from the recovery of any property or objects found by the undersigned herein after called the licenses over the value of whatever. So if you found like a diamond ring and it's like worth £200, it's like 20% of it, that's like 20 quid in it. So he gets 20% and keep you £180. The agreement shall continue in force from date until date. One, the licensees shall hold a current entity membership card showing details of their £10,000 public liability insurance cover. So that £9 which you pay for the for this group MCMD, it's kind of a subscription, plus it covers you under a license to detect on the landowner's land, but it also covers you for up to £10,000 public liability insurance cover. So if you go in there and he doesn't tell you that there's a fucking gas main and you hit the gas main and, like, you know, as long as you don't blow yourself up and they have to call the gas board out, you know, who's going to be liable? Well, I suppose the farm owner is, the landowner, you know, the landowner, he might have to pay. So if he has to pay for it, he can be covered under the insurance under the MCMD. So I think that's worth doing actually. So check that link out, because that gives you a license, right? By looks of things. Model search agreement. So what I think it is giving you a license to dig with permission from the landowner, and if you do make any kind of like damage, then I suppose the landowner contacts NCMD, and because you're already paid, like, you know, your membership fee, I suppose they pay out whatever damage You ain't going to pay like, you know, £100,000 or £10,000 or even £500 for any damages. I read it actually, to be honest with you. I will have to read it though. But I actually saw it and I bookmarked it. If you go just to like the MDC, mcmd.co.uk, that gives you information on other bits and pieces as well. I'm actually uploading my videos still. How far is it uploaded? 92%. Then it's got a process. So yeah, MCMD, to protect, to promote, to encourage. Membership for the UK, excluding Scotland, but then there is members for Scotland as well. So that'd be for you. And then it's got an introduction to metal detecting, how a metal detector works. And it's got like a menu at the top. And I can't get much on because my graphics is fucking around for some reason. But it's got contact number, regions, publications, search agreement, which is that one I just posted, conduct, code of conduct, insurance, membership. So I suppose the membership covers the insurance. But when I tried doing UK, it wouldn't give me nothing for the UK. It just gives you, oh, it does now. Well, if you click on like UK membership excluding Scotland, when I click on that, it says download the relevant form. Click on that, and it says like Midlands region, Yorkshire region, Western Union. So what one do I download? So I've got to contact these people, find out what one I need to download, so I can fill it out and pay my membership fee. You're jammy, you are. If you find any like medals, I want a medal of you. You know, especially like a German. Shut up! German, one of those German crosses. You know, the Iron Cross. I want one of those. You find more than two. Send one down so I can do a paranormal stream for it. Hello, Mary. I want anything military that you might not want. Send it to me, and I'll see if we can get anything off it. But didn't you say that? Oh, it is a German camp. Yeah, World War II military German prisoner camp, weren't it? Yeah, that's right. Well, the thing is, Mary, you know, it's the conservators, a group of people that pay up to £1 million, apparently, because I have read the article. They pay up to £1 million for the common to be kept nice and in good shape. And they create their own bylaws saying no metal detecting. And it ain't just metal detecting. You can't fly a any kind of aircraft on there, you know, remote control or rubber banded or, you know, like a petrol propelled one. You can't put any boats in the lakes. You can't fly kites. Fuck knows what else, you know. You just can't do hardly anything on that common. All you can do is walk around, see the view, the scenery, take photos of the wildlife, the flowers, the bees and the honeysuckle trees and all that kind of shit. You can't do anything else. Can't even fish. You've got 3 lakes there and you're not allowed to fish on it either. And it's all because these conservators don't want you to do it. And they've got the right, because they're paying up to £1 million a year to keep the site as it is. You know, I think the bylaws were actually introduced in 1889, I think it was. So it hasn't changed. But I'm going to be ringing up Croydon Council today before I go out, hopefully, if I get to bed in a minute, and ask them if I can get permission, because they've got about 40, 50 parks, commons, woodlands, and, you know, they've got a shitload. And I'm not asking, you know, to go and metal detect on every single one. You know, if they say, well, look, you know, what ones do you want to do? And I say, like, particularly say, no, you can't do that one. I say, well, you tell me what ones I can do. Well, I'm not going to get, you know, bothered by the public. You know, do you have ones that people do actually go and metal detect? Have you had any where you've had people find good fines and, like, reported the fines and even gave you the fines, or you split the fines, or whatever, you know, kind of thing? So I'm not, like, doing it, you know, to go out and fucking find a haul of gold coins and say, well, fuck you, you know, I found them, because by law, you know, that is on their property. And if they wanted to, they could just say, right, well, that's ours. You don't get nothing. You know, you had the pleasure of digging it. That's ours now. You're not getting the percentage. And the council could do that if they want to, but, you know, you could have taken them to court, and you could, like, go for the newspapers. You know, you could turn around and say, well, like, well, the council gave me permission to metal detect, and because I found a gold hoard of gold coins, so like 100 gold coins there, which probably could worth about £500,000, the council's told me that I ain't come, like, allowed to take any percentage of it. You know, they ain't going to give me none of the gold coins. I ain't going to, like, sell them and give me a percentage, and money wise. They could turn around and do that. That's why, you know, you got contracts. Like, I'll just put the link up for a contract that you give the actual landlord, whether it be a council, private house, private land, you know, whatever, and the estate. You give them a contract, you fill it out, you agree to a percentage. It could be 20%, 50%. They might want more percentage than you're going to get, you know, kind of thing. Depends on what the things you might find more valuable. You know, Roman coins are being found quite a lot on farms at the moment, yeah. And it's only a couple of people I've seen over the last couple of days on videos where they found the odd one gold. You know, what's the value of one gold coin? Scrap metal price, you know, not that much. But if it's a very rare coin, very rare gold coin, it could be worth fucking thousands, you know. And who's going to get the high percentage? The finder or the person who owns the land? My battery's charged up. So where's my phone? I might charge my phone up because it's only got 32%. Now, I just can't understand it. I just don't understand why it's so fucking tight-fisted. I know the reason why they've done these bylaws. No, it's not because of the fucking 1899 or whatever, like 1900s, mid-1900s. You know, because metal detectors weren't even out there at the time. And I can't turn around and say, well, it's because, like, you know, you're digging a hole and you're not covering the hole up. Metal detectors weren't even out in 50, 60 years ago, you know. And, like, yeah, I can understand that, you know, people do go metal detecting and they don't cover their holes up. And it can be dangerous for the public, you know, walking along the path. Goes to bed, you, walking along the path and, like, putting their foot in a hole and tripping over and, like, seriously injuring themselves. And then who's going to get, like, you know, the comeback on that? The people who own the land, I suppose. And they're going to have to be taken to court and pay damage compensation to the person who tripped over and broke the leg or whatever, because the metal detectorist didn't do what he promised to do, was to cover the holes up. Now, when I got stopped today, well, yesterday. You know, the guy came up to me and he goes, sorry, you got reported. You know, we're not here because we knew you was here, because we didn't know you was here. You know, if you weren't reported, you probably would have been carrying on right now. But someone actually rang up. I said, oh, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. No, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was that old biddy, which wasn't caught on camera. I was actually doing metal detecting. This little old biddy kind of like came along, sat down on the tree for, well, I don't know how long she was there for, because like 1 minute she's there, I'm detecting, I'm digging a hole, and I've turned around and she's halfway up the fucking road. So I'm thinking, probably her, because she probably heard my metal detector bleeping. It's probably like pissed her off because it's like disturbed her silence, and she's probably gone like, thought, right, I'll ring up the Rangers and say he's metal detecting, let the cunt get caught and get kicked off the common. Well, I've not been banned from the common. I can go out and do whatever I want on the common, you know, as long as it's nothing to break their terms and conditions. On the bylaws, like I can't fly model aircraft, I can't put any boats in the water, I can't put a magnet in the water, I can't do metal detecting, you know, and some fucking like commons won't even allow you to play music or sing on commons, you know. So like, as long as I'm quiet and I'm just walking around, I can take pictures, you know, I'm okay with that. I'm not being banned. You know, they haven't banned me. They just said you can't metal detect and you can't do the other things. It's fucking bullshit, man, I tell you. And that's the reason why some of the, you know, like the councils have actually stopped metal detecting, because like some metal detectors don't cover their holes up, and it has caused accidents either to humans or to animals. And it's a shame, really. You know, metal detectors fuck it up for other metal detectors. Oh, shit. I think that's going to happen. Oh, bollocks. I've broken that completely. So I've got a new camera coming, cheap one. I've got another one of these coming this week. It's only like 15 quid with all the adapters. Can't put it on there. But, you know, trying to get permissions around here is so fucking hard. You know, I'm going to have to go to the golf course and ask if I can do the areas around the golf course, like the wooded areas. And if he says yeah, I say, does that mean I can even do the ones which are kind of across the field, like, you know, the golf field itself? Because like when you got like, you know, when you're playing golf, the holes, you know, you've got trees scattered everywhere, haven't you? There might be coins and, you know, artifacts in those other trees. And if they say yeah, that right, you know, I can do it, but if I can't, then I can't. What was I going to do? But, you know, I'm waiting on a response from where I used to do magnet fishing. That guy, he's got to ask his manager. 3 times I rang him up, and 3 times he's not been able to talk to his manager, apparently. So I said, well, I'll leave till next week. Okay, then. Fucking hell. There's a sinkhole with 4 Sherman tanks. Bloody hell. Actually, you saying that, yeah, I watched a program, documentary on YouTube about sinkholes, and I reckon there's more sinkholes out there than anyone would expect. And sinkholes are actually appearing every day. And most of them are from old mining, because there used to be so much mining here in the UK. You know, thousands and thousands of mines, which was not ever closed up properly. They just like closed the entrance, and that was it. They didn't refill the caves or the caverns or whatever. And where, you know, through time, they kind of like built on those old caves, those old pits. Yeah, a lot of fucking like sinkholes are appearing right now. One woman nearly lost her car, brand new car. She parked up outside her house, and she only had it for a little while, and a fucking sinkhole appeared, and her car was like bouncing on the fucking sinkhole. How they got the car back off, I don't know, but the sinkhole was probably half the size of my bedroom, and they said like they wouldn't be surprised if it gets even deeper, and they couldn't like fill it in straight away. They had to get some kind of like guy around like archaeology or whatever, you know, to find out what's caused the sinkhole, how deep the sinkhole is, could it possibly like get larger. I bet you there's a few things in there as well, you know, relics from the old mining days, which you could probably detect. Oh, I don't know. It's just, you know, it's just made me laugh when he goes, well, why don't you go down the seaside? Yeah, as if I'm going to go down the seaside every day, you know. You know, it's going to cost me about 30 quid each day to go down there. Where have I got 30 quid? I'm only getting fucking 60 quid a week as it is, you know. Fucking bullshit. Oh, why don't you go somewhere? Why don't you do this place then? Well, that's also run by the council, isn't it? Yeah, but why don't you ask their permission? Well, you know, the council, they reject you all the time, don't they? Yeah, well, there's only other one thing you could do. I said, what's that? He goes, you can always return your milk detector. He goes, I know you had your milk detector for. I said, a couple of weeks ago. Well, it's still new, isn't it? Why don't you send it back and get your money back and find another interest? Yeah, right, you know. If I didn't want to do milk detecting, I wouldn't fucking bought it. But the guys were quite nice, you know. I came home and I rang them up and I spoke to the lady there who I heard on the radio when I was talking to him over the common. And I spoke to her on the phone today when I got home before I ate my dinner. And I said, like, hi, I want to get a little bit of information if I can. She goes, yeah, sure. I said, well, actually, I'm the person who got kicked off the common today for milk detecting. Goes, oh, yeah. She goes, oh, hello. She goes, yeah, sorry about that, but as you know, you can't milk detect. Oh, yeah, I know, but it's kind of strange. It's just an inquiry. I said, look, I've been doing, like, you know, Google search. I've signed up to this online milk detecting site, as you probably will know. And, you know, the guy gave you that web address, Archie. And she goes, oh, yeah. I said, well, why is it that they got milk detecting vines there at Caesar's Camp, Caesar's Well, and Camp Road? She goes, well, I don't know. They shouldn't have that on their site because no one has ever been allowed to like milk detect here. So why they got that on their site, we've got no idea, and we will be contacting them and requesting them to move that information as soon as possible. She goes, I'm not being funny, but even Time Team, you know, the archaeologist TV program, wanted to come down here and do an archaeology dig because, like, you know, it is known for, like, you know, Saxon and Roman finds and stuff like that. And they even got turned down. Fucking TV, you know, show got turned down for not be able to, like, not milk detect, but actually dig on the common. The only person who could probably dig on the common is the fucking royal family because they own all the land in the UK, don't they? They ain't going to get rejected. I'm not drunk them. I wouldn't be surprised they kept some of those tags and put them on display. Like War Museum up near your way. I don't think they would probably just leave him in there, would they? They would have to like take him out because all those tanks ain't fucking light. Couple of 1,000 tons probably. Well, not thousands of tons, but good weight. And if they are sitting on that sinkhole could be a lot more deeper, and those tanks would probably go fucking like miles down. Well, not miles, but thousands of feet down. What time? I'm going to go in a minute. It's 20 past 2. But I know I keep on. I know I fucking blab on a lot, but at least there's 7 of you sitting there watching and talking and chatting. But I know I keep repeating myself as well, but I'm going to ring up the council today. I'm going to ring up Croydon Council. I'm going to try to ring up the local golf course again and see what they say. I think it might be better to actually just go around the golf course actually next time around there, because the best way to get permission apparently is by actually talking to the person face to face. Like, you see a farmer, say, you walk up to him and go, "Excuse me, mate, sorry to bother you, but it's the only chance I can get permission to do metal detecting on your ground." And they usually say, "Oh, right, yeah, okay." Because I've seen videos where they've actually done that. It's very rare that you'll get a farmer say, "No, fuck off," kind of thing. But with a golf course, they might be a bit funny about it. They might say yes, they might say no. They might think, well, it's not up to me. I'll have to speak to the chairman or something, because a manager might not be able to say yes or no. They might go through the committee to get the permission, and that could take weeks or even months. And you could be waiting months and find that at the end that the answer's no. So you don't want to build up your hopes. But I want to go down to the Old Coulston, and that's on Croydon Council list. So if they say no, I still might go down there with my milk detector, not to actually detect. I don't think I'm going to go down there. If they say no, it's no. But I'll still go down there with my milk detector, because there is farms down that way. And if I can find a farm, I'll go find the farmer's house and I'll knock on the door, say, "My name's Steve, sorry to bother you, but it's the only chance I can get permission to do some milk detecting on your fields." And if he says yeah, I say, "Right, can you tell me when's the best time?" Because I don't know if they cultivate in harvesting or whatever, and I don't know when they do that, what times, what years. The fields might be kind of already kind of ploughed, but rock hard, because we've had hot sun, and it's going to be hard to dig. If they've only just ploughed it, then it's going to be better, because you only have more chance to find something once it's been ploughed. So if they've been ploughed, but I still get permission, I'll take his phone number. I say, "Well, when are you actually going to plough it?" And I'll call you to let you know I'm coming down. And if he says, "Well, we're not going to plough it till November," I'll write it down November. And, if he's giving me permission to go down in November, I'll write permission November, ring him to let him know I'm coming down. I'll give him one of my little hobby cards, which I've got. This is what you want to do as well. I've got these done from Vistaprint. $9.99 for 250. Now, these aren't business cards, they're hobby cards. Because it's got their friendly metal detecting hobbyist. And that's what I did. And I'll give them a couple away to a couple of people. So just get a little card done. I might even try to find some fucking houses with gardens in it. I might even go around the schools and ask the schools, when's the schools break up? Do you know? Because I don't know when the schools break up. If I can find, when the schools break up, like on holidays, and I get me, you know, kind of permission to go and do like the school grounds. That'd be cool, because I know a lot of Americans are doing that at the moment. When like, you know, the school's out, they go down to the local school and do the school fields and parks and stuff like that. Fuck, 2 double-decker buses, 200 cars. Jesus Christ, man! I need to like empty that. I really do. I need to empty that fucking sinkhole and fill it in. 446 feet deep. I reckon there's some good caving things down there. Like, might lead further down than 446 feet. Might have caverns with all crystals and, you know, all that kind of stuff in there. You might go into a cavern full of diamonds, go into the centre of the earth, see the older prehistoric monsters. So what did you find in the castle? I know you said you found that 1700 coin, weren't it? Send me the picture of the coin you found, because that'd be interesting. Oh, and I've got a little tip for you, yeah? How to clean coins. So simple. Right, with this one here, I'm going to show you, right? If I can find it. That's not it. Where is it? I can't find my favourite coin. It's disappeared. What fucker? Oh yeah. This one, right? Look at the patina on it. Really nice greeny patina. Don't even see all that well. Let me see if I can see it on my. Where's my channel gone? My channel. Oh shit. I didn't ask to upload a photo. Right, I don't know if you can see it all that well. Let me find. Hang on. I know one good way of doing it. I need to go and get it though. And that's a little torch. I've got a couple of things to show you here before I finish. This bag on eBay, it's got like 2 side pockets there and there. Got one big pocket there and a pocket there. So you've got fucking camera keeps moving around. Right, this bag, you've got a pocket there, one there and one there, and you've got like this strap, right? £16.99 on eBay, right? And when I put it down, it keeps like, instead of staying up, it keeps like folding down like that. So I decided to look for something else. This one came through the post when I was out today, well yesterday, Wednesday. It's like a money bag, right? $5.99, and you've got two zip pockets there. Got a pocket there, and a pocket there, right? The only thing is I found is that this is when you put it around your waist, this comes off the strap. So what I done is that I put it around my waist and just measured a little bit, and I fucking sewed the damn thing on so it won't come off. So when I go out, instead of having my bag, like this, and it keeps like drooping down. Now I've had it on my shoulder, but it still flops down. And I couldn't find a way of actually doing it through this way. There is a way of doing it, but I haven't sussed it out yet. But with this bag, get a strap. And there we go. You can either have it like this, like that, or you can have it around your side or around your back. It doesn't matter. And it won't move around because I've got stuff in here which stops it from moving. Got my torch, got my wire brush, got my toothbrush, and some batteries in there. So this was $6.99, this bag. It's called the money bag. I think what they do, like, you know, the market store holders use this one. Bit big, but, you know, it's going to be pretty good, like putting, you know, artifacts, trash, or whatever in it. Now, with that coin, right, that was full of dust, dirt, you know, really corroded with dirt. And it's a really nice green patina on that now. You know how I cleaned that? All I used, if I've got any in here, should have some in here still. Or, like, you know, when you're trying to wash the dirt off, sometimes the dirt don't really come off. Best thing to do is let the dirt dry, because I've seen a few people do it this way, yeah? Let the dirt dry up, right? Get a cloth, rag or something, put it down on the table, and use a toothpick to scrape the dirt off. That's all you need. You know, you might need a little bit of water to like make the dirt a little bit more softer, make it come off a bit easier, but scraping it with a toothpick, whether in it being like really hard or soft, it does get a lot of the dirt off. Sometimes you might have to, like, you know, take your time, you know, like 10, 20, 30 minutes, depends on how quickly you do it. But, you know, this one, that one only took me 20 minutes. It came out really nice green patina on that one. Well, this one, it's got a little tint of green on it, but you can still see the copper on that one. Depends on, like, you know, the acid inside the earth. You know, you've got like the kind of dark, blackish, softer earth, and that kind of like really decodes the coins rather quickly, that one does. But if you've got like dry sand or dry dirt, it doesn't like to make the coins go really rusty, and it don't decay them as quickly. You know, especially like the farm dirt, you know, where that's been cultivated all the time. People will pull out coins practically in enough pretty good condition, especially gold coins, mint condition. So go and buy some toothpicks. You can get like a packet of toothpicks about that size. You get like 100 in the packet, but you get like 4 packets for £1 in Poundland down here. So I'm glad I bought those because I use toothpicks. You know, I do use my wire brush sometimes, but the wire brush can actually like scratch it. So in my little bag, I've got my toothbrush, and I've got my little water squirter. Now, the Americans use a thing called fufu. It's some special fluid. It's probably something that someone made up, like probably like water and washing up liquid or something, or some kind of detergent to get the dirt and rust off. But I've got like, I did buy a packet of eBay for wide brushes, these two, and two smaller ones. I can't remember what I've done with the smaller ones, but four for £2, I think it was, on eBay. And I always have like a little kind of like cloth with me. So if I'm digging something out from like wet soil, I can rub it on this, or use the seam like Akachika uses his seam on his trousers to like clean the coins. And another little tip, right, is, I think it's in my other bag actually, my rucksack. But no little tip is, if you can't read the date properly on them, yeah, get a coin. UV lights might work on it. I tried a UV light and it did work, but if you can't see the date properly on it, just get like a little flashlight and then, like, you know, shine it on there, and you might be able to see it a bit better, because the light actually does bring up the text a bit better. See, I wouldn't be able to tell you the date on this with my eyesight, but with the torch on. Where's my magnifying glass? A minute. $19.10. But I have got one a bit old, earlier than that. I think I've got one 1889 somewhere, but it's not in better condition than that. And no, another thing, right, is the fucking Americans, you know, when they find King George coins, they go crazy. They go crazy over them, man. We got King George the Fourth, King George the Fifth. That's what they like, though. They can't believe it. Sometimes they lose value. Like, you know, if you're going to like clean them, they might do, but some of them are not cleaned up because I don't want to clean them up. No, it's the ones I want cleaned is going to be my own little collection kind of thing. You know, that has got a green patina on it. It's not copper, and it's supposed to be copper, but it's got a green patina on it, so it looks quite nice like that actually. And I didn't clean it up too much. All I'd done was took the dirt off it, and that was it. I didn't use no kind of like cleaning fluids. You know, I don't think I even used water on that one. So yeah, I know that some of the coins are more valuable as they come out of the dirt, because like they say, some people want to buy them, you know. But I don't sell my stuff. I keep all my finds for now. You know, build up a nice little collection for my grandson, and when I die, pass it down to him and let him do whatever he wants to do with them. Right, well, it's past. I think my video is uploaded by now. Yeah. Publish that. Right, hold on, I'm gonna publish my video. It's got my new logo, well, my new intro on it. So give me a minute, I'll share the link out in a minute. Showing it out on Facebook and Twitter first. It's 2 hours long though. First half an hour is me just like magnet fishing and walking around the lake. And then the rest of it is me actually metal detecting. Yeah, I ain't like metal detecting. No, I'm not metal detecting continuously. I do stop and say, right, you know, here's the fine, catch you on the next one. See, I continued, like, it would have been like a 6-hour video. Although I wasn't there 6 hours, but it would have seemed like 6 hours. I don't know if that went through public one. I'm not. Oh, I better do that one again. Public. Right, well, there's the new video, which is now uploaded. Let's quickly log into Facebook. My God, it's only like, you know, a small part of, well, I suppose in the olden days it's probably a lot bigger, but you've only got like one tower there, haven't you? Unless there's more over the other side. But yeah, you know, like, it's still a castle, isn't it? Part of a castle. And that mound where it's standing on, there could be coins, relics all around that mound. You want to check the trees as well in the woodlands, because like there might be stuff in there. You know, that's where I found my first 5 old coins, like 4 penny King Georges and 3 halfpenny King Georges over the common, and that's all in like the wooded area. But you're still lucky son of a gun, you know, to get that bloody permission, man. Just don't let anyone else know about it, you know, because like they probably think, oh, I know that place, I'm going to go and milk detect there. Right, okay, guys, I'm going to fuck off, go and get some sleep. Cheers for watching. Sorry the video's been on a bit longer, hour and 30 minutes. I know I talk too much. That's the problem. I talk too much.
Hi guys, me Steve on Steve's Milk Detect channel.
I need to give him the link. See, some of my videos been only like half hour or less. So, you know, this one went on longer because I was finding like coin after coin. I had 4 like little spills, and I was like pulling out £1 coins, 50p's, 20p's, 10p's, half p's, little small half p's, 5p's, pennies. So anyway, I'll catch you whenever next time. If I do go out, you know I'm going to be videoing it, and I'll upload it tomorrow. Wherever I go. If I can't get down to Old Coulston because like the council says no, I'll go over to my local one and do some more over there, and go and ask the golf course if I can do some milk detecting around their tree land. Right, okay guys, cheers for watching. Thanks. Good night. Bye.